Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Agent's Edge. My name is Ryan Polimeni. Today we're going to talk about IRA to IUL conversions. I love this stuff. This is one of those things where you got to really, you got to know what you're doing when it comes to tax planning, because this could really mess somebody up from a tax perspective. But let me give you just a couple components to this. I'm not going to do a deep dive because this is really probably deeper than where we normally go on this channel. But these type of conversations can be had. And I'm going to share with you how to fund this thing and where the conversation can kind of go. But remember, taxes are the foundation of every financial plan. And you have to understand the tax implications, because if you're going to go from an IRA, like a traditional pre-taxed qualified IRA, to a IUL, when you make that transaction, it's a taxable event. So you have to understand what are the tax implications on that transaction, because the client most likely is going to have to pay that out of pocket, and they've got to be prepared for that. But there are a few things that what I've seen can really help. So let's talk about why somebody would do that. The second part right here is legacy and tax-free retirement. You know, if you are new to the game, understand why do people do IULs, because it's a life insurance product that grows with high level cash value, right? There's high potential for growth. Then you can convert it to an income for tax-free income for life. You can draw loans out of it that are tax-free. It's a great product if it's structured properly. The key word is properly. Most people don't know how to structure them. So if you're going to do this, no taxes, and for the love of God, please know how to structure an IUL. I've seen so many blow up because people have no idea what they're doing when it comes to it. So find someone that's really good at it, structure it properly. Okay, really important. But legacy and tax-free play such a big role here because, let me give you an example. Let's say your client has $20,000 a year that they want to fund to the IUL, and it's all qualified money. That's great. You're going to move the 20 grand, you're going to set up an IUL, and sometimes we just do it on like a 10-pay. You can set up a 10-pay IUL, $20,000 a year going to get funded right into the IUL, right? But during that funding process, there's going to be a taxable event that takes place, right? You're going from a taxable account to a tax-free. The client's going to be responsible for the tax payment there. So really important. But then when it goes into this IUL and at a $20,000 a year premium, think about for a second. If my client's got 20 grand and they put it into this IUL, there's a huge death benefit that's going to come from that as well. So if they die, right, that's your legacy play. If you could say, Mr. Client, we're going to take your 20 grand and we're going to put it into this insurance policy. Now, again, we like the death benefit piece of this, but we're doing it for your tax-free income forever, right? But if I died today and I have $20,000 in an account, what's that worth to my family? Well, 20 grand minus taxes, right? If I took that same 20,000 that I really don't need and I want to start reducing my required minimum distributions, I want to start reducing my tax liabilities, I want to have more tax-free income, right? And I move that to a Roth IRA, what's my death benefit? Well, the $20,000 minus whatever tax we paid, right, in the IRA. But going from an IRA to an IUL builds a legacy play. Because that $20,000, I'm going to make up a number here, that 20 grand could be $400,000 or $500,000, depending on their age, right, if they're a little bit older, of death benefit. So if I have a client that converts 20 grand in year one to their IUL and they die, well, that 20 grand is turned into $500,000 legacy play. But what if they don't die? What if that whole $200,000 gets converted over that 10-year period of time? Well, now this IUL has been cranking in the market, right? You've got the index internally, whatever one you choose, the cash value is growing. That $200,000, maybe $300,000, $400,000 by the time they turn, 70, 80, however age they are when they started it, or what it grew to. And think about that. Now they've got all this money. They had 200 grand over here. It got converted to this IUL. They die. They got a big death benefit. They don't die. They've got a whole pot of tax-free money over here that they can draw from and use as an income. That 200 grand you've eliminated from their RMD equation. If they die, they got a nice tax-free death benefit to their family. Because guess what? This IRA money up here, this qualified IRA money, if they die, anybody other than a spouse with the new estate planning rules, they only have 10 years to draw that down. What do you think that does to a family? But if you've got this plan over here And let's say that let's say you had 200 grand. You're going to convert over 10 years. That's a strategy. But you only get 1 year of conversion. And now you have 180,000 left in this IRA. But this IUL, you only put 20 grand into, but the death benefit is 400,000. Well, guess what? You could take that $400,000 death benefit, put it in your pocket, cash this IRA out in year 1, use some of the tax-free money to pay the taxes that you'd owe on there, and now you're putting more in your pocket. Boom. It is a phenomenal way for you to be able to help a client structure a long-term tax-free plan and do it in a way that covers both legacy and tax-free income for life. So again, high level, that is basic 101. Some of you are going to be like, oh, that's not enough. It's basic 101 here. I don't have the time to get into that. It's a whole nother course in itself, right? But just understand, start thinking higher about strategies. We have advisors that will take $500,000 and do this where their premiums are $50,000 a year in annual premium. One app, right? So you got to be thinking about how to use money different ways. Here's another one before I leave. Here's another one. Look, let's say you get to the point where your client is RMD age, meaning they are being forced to take out $20,000, $30,000 a year from their 401ks or IRAs that they don't need. They don't need the money, but the IRS is too bad, so sad, you got to take it. Well, instead of sticking that money into a bank account where they're getting 0% interest on, or sticking that money into the market that they could lose, imagine taking that $20,000, $30,000 a year and just funding an IUL. As long as they're healthy, right? Obviously at 75, a little expensive, but again, the point being is keep an open mind to some of these strategies that you can just redirect money to be more efficient for your clients. So again, hope this has been helpful for you. My job is to get you thinking differently, and I want you to start thinking at a higher level because you deserve it. You deserve to get your agency to the next level. You deserve to get yourself to the next level, and I hope some of these little strategies help implement every single day. So listen, thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next episode. Hit the subscribe, like. We'll see you soon. Take care.